Welcome back to my show. I'm the Beer Adventurer.
I'm Carissa.
And on this episode, I've got one that's local. And when I mean local, like a few miles away.
Not very many.
Yeah, like probably between 5 and 10 miles away. This is Hub City. Hub City is in Jackson, Tennessee. And this is the Gold Lot American Pale. I know the brewer. I know the owner. I've worked with them. Like, these are people I know. And if you're in West Tennessee, give these guys a shot because they're making some good beer. Okay. Tap room's kind of nice too.
Yeah, the tap room is really nice. I enjoy the tap room.
Pour some beer. In can, it's pretty good. Draft, it's even better. Especially when I'm drinking it on draft in the brewery. Okay. Now, what did we decide? What was the ABV? 4.8. So you got less than 5, which is about average for this style. The color, fantastic. A little hoppy smell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get in there.
You said it before I could.
That's yummy.
Thank you.
No, it's got the hop without the hop. Because it's a pale ale. It's not an IPA. You're going to taste a little hoppy aftertaste. You're going to have a little of kind of almost a little bit of peppery, a little bit of piney. But not a whole lot, right?
No. It's still more hoppy than I like my beer, but it really does not.
She's a golden ale.
it really does not punch you in the face with the hop. It is piney, which is my very least favorite hop. It does leave a little bit on the back of your tongue, but it's not intolerable. It's not only hop head worthy.
Right.
I don't feel attacked by a Christmas tree.
Okay. I kind of call the American Pale Ales the introduction to hops beers. If you've got a friend that's a little out of the hoppiness, give them a nice American Pale. It's a warm up. You can't just start some of these folks out on these. You can't
just throw an IPA at people and go,
well,
here you go.
Let's be honest. A lot of the IPAs are freaking Imperial.
Just
double
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
But I would say this one comes off as kind of subtle with a little bit of back end hops. But I think when you drink it, if you're a beer fan, by the time you're about halfway through that pint, you're starting to notice that it's a bit more complex than it led you in the first drink or so.
Probably.
I like it. I honestly say where this one shines is with, I know it sounds terrible. It really shines with something greasy.
Huh?
Like a cheeseburger.
I can see that.
Some chili cheese fries.
Yeah.
Typical bar fare. A pizza, with a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
The kind of a little more of a fatty dish. It will cut that
Hop
and
aftertaste.
work.
Yeah.
It'll help. They'll kind of work together.
I can get that.
I mean, I think, now, I will say I've had quite a few of their beers. This one's not my favorite. There's 2 of their beers that I'm like super into. I get them almost every time I'm there. But I like this beer a lot. I think it's a good beer.
Sure you would.
And it's pretty popular for them. Now they do have this awesome winter beer called Snowplow that I just can't get enough of that one. They make some great beers. But overall, I enjoy this beer.
Yeah.
Not just because it's people I know that make it. Now, if you're enjoying the video, hit me with the like. I really appreciate that. So does YouTube. If you do subscribe, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber, you'll get these 3 times a week. You know, if you hit the bell, you're going to get 3 notifications. You know, if you're into the pale ales, or if this is something you've had or something that sounds like you'd like to, or whatever you want to talk about, let's talk down there in the comments. Now, in the description, I'll find some other things about this, and so maybe you guys can find it, especially if you're in West Tennessee.
Right.
I think you'll be able to. They're starting to get more distribution. They do some good. They do some nice beers. But down there in the description, I'll also have my links and everything. You'll also see a link to my merch store if you were admiring this handsome t-shirt. That is one of my shirts. I designed this. And every time you guys buy a sticker or shirt or whatever on there, phone cover, I get money. And I'll use that money to buy more beer. I'll make more videos. It's a beautiful circle.
It's a circle of life.
Yeah. So let's get down to it. Always most important. Did you dig it? Understandable. You're not a hoppy person.
I didn't hate it.
Right.
That's saying a lot for me.
Right.
So.
Okay. Would you have it again?
Maybe. I don't know if I'd probably drink a whole one myself, but if somebody had one, offered me a couple drinks of it,
Yeah.
I'd probably do it. Yeah.
Especially on a flight. I think
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
So what she's saying is, if we were all at the brewery and she started running low on beer, she would drink.
I would drink out of his.
Or any of our other friends. It just sounds like, can't we have a sip of that beer? Yeah. Does it have seekability? Of course it's going to have seekability because this is a smaller brewery. This is a newer brewery. It's going to be a little... Like, if you're out in Oregon, I'll be honest, you're not getting this beer.
Unless you know somebody here and they can send it to you.
I mean, if you're overseas, I apologize, you probably can't get this beer. No. Now, for those of us in the Mid-South, is it Pick Six worthy if you find it somewhere, like one of the Kroger's or liquor store?
Oh,
I would say definitely give it a shot. But,
try it.
You know.
Especially if you're leery about hoppier beers, I think it's definitely a good step.
Yeah. Okay.
You won't feel assaulted.
Right. Okay. Now I rate mine 1 to 10. 1 pint's the lowest, 10 pints is the highest. Where you at? I'm at 7.
See, I hate to rate beers, but I just don't like the style of it. It's not personal about the beer itself. I mean, it's perfectly acceptable. I give it a 5 for me.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Not anything.
That's actually high for her.
Yeah.
She likes the. Let me explain.
I'm 5 on the style. I'm not 5.
She said
on
it's
the beer
a
itself.
well. It's one of those. It's a good representation
Yeah.
of that style.
Right.
She just is not.
That's just not my thing.
That high on that style.
Yeah. It's not
I like the style, and I think it's a pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely a good representation of the style. I like it. I've had it before. I'll have it again. Yeah. I actually think during the summer it would make an interesting shandy. I don't know. I've been into those lately.
I love shandies.
So, well, there you have it, folks. Until your next beer adventure.
Cheers.